Well, hello everyone. Welcome back to the channel. Those of you that are new, welcome to Debos Nation. The first video I have for you today is from Body Cam Files, and it's a good one. I know the others have already covered it, but this is my take on it. So let's take a look.
Young lady, Officer Banks, Golf Breeze Police Department. I'm pulling you over. You're doing 54 and a 35. Any reason for that speed tonight?
Where's the 35?
Before you got off the bridge, and as soon as you came off the bridge. All this is 35.
I was going 40, I thought.
Nope. You got your license, registration, proof of insurance.
You don't have to have a license to drive a car.
Yes, you do.
You do not?
15-7, 41 with me. Ma'am, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle.
Am I a crime?
Yeah, you are being detained right now. Step out the vehicle, young lady.
I know my rights.
Either you step out the vehicle, or I will remove you from the vehicle.
Look, if you're driving down the road and you don't have your license, you don't have your insurance, you don't have your ownership, and you're speeding, and the officer tells you to get out of the vehicle, then just please get out of the vehicle. This is not, you got to pick your battles, and this is one you're not going to win. Come on, get with the program. SOVCIT.
I know my rights.
15-7, sovereign supervisor, sovereign citizen.
Did you hear what I said? You need to get a supervisor out here right now.
No, you need to step out the vehicle right now. Young lady, step out the vehicle. Step out the vehicle. Last time I'm going to ask you. I'm going to ask, and then I'm going to make you step out the vehicle.
You're going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
No, you're going to step out the vehicle right now.
You are going to get me a supervisor out here right now.
That's fine.
I know my rights.
What right is that?
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a car. I am not, this is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I know my rights.
Okay.
Very well.
That's what you want to stick with?
Call a supervisor.
Okay.
Right now.
All right.
Right now.
Or else what?
I know my rights.
If I don't call a supervisor, or else what?
I guess we're not going to go anywhere then.
Okay. So just hold it for me and go and give me the channel.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
Our channel want to be 1030.
Stop it. Get some help.
Okay.
That can educate you on what the law is.
Okay. He could educate me on what the law is. What? So do you have an ID or you have a driver's license?
No, I don't have a driver's license on me.
Okay. Do you have one issued to you?
In Mississippi.
In Mississippi. So why would you need a driver's license to drive on the road if you don't need a license?
That was years ago.
Oh, so what year is this?
What year was the ID issued?
You're so dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
2997.
That's your supervisor.
You hope it is?
I really do. Yes, I do.
Okay.
What is your name and badge number?
I already told you my name. It's Officer Banks.
And what is your badge number?
It's Officer Banks.
Are you failing to...
Are you failing to give me your driver's
I
license?
don't have to give you a driver's license to drive a car. This is not a commercial vehicle.
Okay.
I'm not driving, I'm traveling.
Okay.
I have all...
You're not driving, you're traveling. Seriously, we're going to go down this road again? We will always know that you can travel in other ways. You can travel on horseback, you can travel on foot, you can travel in a bike, you can travel on a plane, you can travel on a train, you can travel any way other than a vehicle on the road with no license, no insurance, and no ownership. Now give it a rest, SOVCIT.
the laws back here.
Okay. So you're not going to give me a driver's license?
I'm not going to give you a driver's license. I don't have to give you a driver's license.
Okay.
I'm traveling. I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. In what state is that?
Any state. It's common law, natural law,
Okay.
constitutional law.
Okay.
You need to get a supervisor out here.
I do?
Yes.
Okay. So
I am
what law?
requesting your supervisor.
So just like I'm requesting your driver's license.
Well, I'm sorry, I don't have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Okay. Sorry, Turner. A, she won't identify. She won't produce a driver's license. She's doing 58.
Yes.
Okay, I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Let my officer speak first, then I'll speak to you.
Her vehicle was stopped for speeding. 54 and 35 coming off the bridge. She asked me where the speed limit was, saying that it's before she got off the bridge. She actually did a U-turn. We were in the 35 zone. We pull over here. I introduced myself. I said any reason why we're driving this fast. And I said, you got your license. She immediately goes into, I don't need a license to drive the vehicle.
Okay.
And they said, I am traveling.
You're not driving, you're traveling. Seriously, we're going to go down this road again? We will always know that you can travel in other ways. You can travel on horseback. You can travel on foot. You can travel in a bike. You can travel on a plane. You can travel on a train. You can travel any way other than a vehicle on the road with no license, no insurance, and no ownership. Give it a rest, SOVCIT.
So, you do need a license to drive a vehicle. And you do have to identify yourself to these officers.
I do not have to have a license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
I do not.
You're wrong, but okay.
I know common law, natural law.
I don't care about common law.
Constitutional
You're in the
I
state
know
of
that
Florida.
You don't.
You're in the
You're
state of
Canada
Florida.
law.
You're in the state of Florida.
It doesn't matter in what state
It does
I'm in.
matter.
I'm in the U.S.
It does matter. So you better hope the information you gave us comes back as to being you. So at this point in time, I need you to shut the vehicle off and step out of the car.
I'm not getting out of the vehicle.
You're going to get out of the car.
I haven't been suspected of a crime.
You are being legally stopped on a traffic stop. You are not being
This is a Terry
cooperative.
stop.
It is not a Terry stop.
What
Trust
crime
me,
am
I know the
committing?
difference. You were speeding.
Speeding
Turn the
is a
vehicle
crime.
off and get out of the car. Out of the car now. Undo the
Let me
seatbelt.
turn the vehicle off.
Turn it off now.
Officer Schaefer, unbuckle her. So that's it.
Put all that down.
Can anybody hear the click of a handcuff right now? You got no license, no insurance, no ownership, speeding, and now you're resisting arrest. Keep them coming. Just keep them coming.
Step out, turn around, face away from me. Turn around, face away
Turn
from me.
I
around.
do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
Yes, you do.
No, I do not.
Well, then you can tell that to the judge if you end up going to jail.
I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I have all the laws right there.
I
in the
don't
back
care
of my
what I don't
car.
care what laws you say you
I
have.
know that you don't care because you're
Then you
supposed
then
to be
you
a police
then
officer,
you should
a
know
peace
that
officer.
this is that you should know that this conversation's over then.
right because you don't care about the laws. You don't.
The only laws they're concerned about are the ones that you are breaking currently. And you're racking them up as they go, so you might want to cooperate at some point before you cut your losses. SOVCIT.
Care about our rights. That's the problem.
Have a seat.
I need to call.
Have a
I
seat.
need to call somebody. Yes, I do.
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail.
Excuse me.
You call somebody from Santa Rosa County Jail, you're under arrest.
I live right down there.
Where's your ID out of, or your license out of?
Mississippi.
I just thought you didn't have one. You
Sir,
just said you don't need one.
This is ridiculous.
It's not ridiculous. We're
Yes,
not going
it
to play
is.
any of these games with you tonight.
It's not a game. This is my rights as a,
It's not
as a
your rights.
citizen.
It's not your rights.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. You're in the state of Florida. The state of Florida requires you to have a driver's
No,
license
it-
to operate a motor
no,
vehicle.
Sir, it doesn't matter what state I'm in.
See, that's your problem, is you say it doesn't matter, but it does.
I have
In
the
this
laws
country,
in
it
my
does.
car.
I don't care about what laws you
Sir,
say you have.
You should care about the
I
laws
don't.
and the rights
but
of citizens. You're a
we
peace
know your
officer.
rights. We know your rights.
No, you
You
don't.
don't
I
know
know
your
my-
rights.
yes,
No,
I
you
do.
don't.
Yes.
that
I do.
Because if you knew your rights, you knew, or you would know, and should know, that you must have a driver's license to operate a motor vehicle. And
I've
if I
been
find
with this
out
through
that
cops.
if I find out that you are not giving us the right information to
I
identify
gave you
you,
the right information. Why would I do that? I'm trying to use my rights as a legal citizen. Why
why
would I
would you do that? Well, you would do that because you don't have a valid driver's license.
I don't have a valid driver's license. I don't have to have a valid driver's license.
You do.
No, I do not.
Okay.
I do not.
Then we'll let the judge determine that.
We will let the... You can't arrest me. I haven't done anything wrong.
We can arrest you.
No, you can't.
If you don't have a valid driver's license, we most certainly can.
Can I please call my
No.
mother?
You cannot.
Why?
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
Because you don't need to call you. Are you an adult?
Yes.
Then why do you need to call your mother?
To come and get me from jail since I'm being illegally
You
detained.
will be able to call her once you get there.
Can I at least lock my car?
We will make sure it is secure.
What are you going to do with my car?
Probably tow it.
Why? Why?
Because you are driving without a license.
I don't have to have a license to drive. That is commercial driving.
It is not commercial driving.
Yes, it is.
I am the law! I am the law!
Ma'am, I'm telling you right now. No, stop. I'm telling you, didn't piss us off.
I obviously have, because y'all are detaining me illegally.
No, you're being arrested, is what's happening. And you have not pissed us off. We are doing our job.
No,
whether you agree or not doesn't matter. It's a moot
take
point.
orders from the top. You don't know the laws and the rights. Law is canon law.
We do.
Sergeant Turner.
And in this country, what laws do we follow?
Canon law. Y'all follow canon law. We follow
The rest
natural
of
law.
Who is
common
we?
law.
Who is we?
We need to ask you some questions, okay?
Could you stop that? Please? Stop that!
Who's we? Tell me who we is.
Police officers.
No,
not
police
peace officers.
We are police officers. We're not peace officers. We're police officers.
Yes, I know that now.
So then your argument just needs to stop, and you just need to sit there quietly.
Sergeant Turner, please
Yes.
just let me go home.
No.
Why?
Because you do not have a valid driver's license, and you have done nothing but give my officers a hard time during this entire ordeal.
I tell you that I have rights.
You don't know your rights,
I haven't
clearly.
been ugly to y'all. I haven't yelled at you.
You
or
have
ran
not
away.
been cooperative.
I haven't been cooperative in what?
Not
silent?
at all.
Just go with it.
No, just be honest.
Sergeant, please.
You don't have a license.
Okay, I'll never drive again.
I'm sorry, I'm allergic to bullshit.
Yes, you will, because you believe you don't have to have a license.
I'll go get a driver's license tomorrow.
Well, wait a minute. Now you're telling me that you'll go get a license.
Because you're telling me that I have no
believe
choice.
you don't. That's correct. You have no choice.
Sergeant Turner,
So
please
this
just
is
let
the
me go home.
This is the road that's being taken, and this is what's going to happen.
Things are about to change around here. Recess is over.
You failed to appear on a court appearance for, what was it, expired license? So your Mississippi driver's license is expired.
And for the registration.
Okay, and the registration. So you had a court date that you missed. Do you remember that?
No, I don't.
You don't, or you choose not to?
No, sir. I would not lie to you. I don't lie. I do not remember that.
I wish that for only one day Dad couldn't tell a lie.
Okay, well, you do have a warrant out of Santa Rosa County. So
We're
regardless,
in Santa Rosa County.
You're in Santa Rosa County. Do you not know where you live?
I just moved here. My
When?
mother lives on High Point.
When did you move here?
About 2 months ago, from Pascagoula, Mississippi.
Okay. And you don't know what county you live in now after 2 months?
No, I don't. That's not something I use often. What county I live in.
Okay. Well, you are going to jail tonight.
Well, thank you, Sergeant Turner.
You're welcome. I can do that too. I can stare at you.
You know that you are doing the wrong thing.
I must break you. I must break you.
Nope, I know.
Y'all could let me go and handle my warrant tomorrow.
No, we can't.
Right, because y'all have something to prove.
I don't have anything to prove. My officer certainly doesn't have anything to prove. But what we want you to understand is there are laws that you have to follow. Whether you agree with them or not is a moot point. Because if you choose not to follow them and you continue to act like this and do this, you're just going to constantly be going to jail. Is that what you really want?
I'm not acting like or doing anything like.
You told us that you don't have to have a driver's license to drive. And clearly, you do.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. May God have mercy on your soul.
Can I please call my
No,
mother?
you will be able to call your mother from the jail.
Please let me go ahead and call her so she can head there. She's sleeping, please.
By the time you get booked in and everything, it'll be early enough in the morning. You can call her and she'll probably be getting up.
This is going to take hours?
It's not going to take hours, but it's going to take some
Sergeant
time.
Turner, please. Can you just
The answer is no.
You got some karma.
I'm not worried about my karma.
I know. You're one of those.
No, you know what I'm actually worried about? People like
You're
you who think that laws don't... No, there is no quota.
All right, let me address the quota. There is no quota per se, but I'll tell you what, there's crimes going on all the time everywhere out there. And if you hire a police officer and he constantly comes back with nothing, you're going to wonder, what do I have him out there? If there's crimes happening all the time everywhere out there, and this guy is actually driving around town looking for stuff, and he's continuously finding nothing, then we have to have a talk. There's no quota, but you have to do a job. Plain and simple.
It's people like you who believe that laws don't pertain to them. And that's just not the case.
They don't.
Then enjoy spending a lifetime in and out of jail, because that is what will happen.
Though it won't, actually.
If you continue to act like this and do this, it will.
I'm not acting like anything.
Then I would suggest moving back to Mississippi.
I'm not moving back to Mississippi.
Then if you stay living here and driving a car without getting a valid driver's license, that is what is going to happen.
You do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I've already been through roadblocks with state troopers with this.
Then they're not very good state troopers.
Yes, they are, because they know their rights. And
No,
they know the law.
no. If they let you through with this garbage, they're not.
This is not garbage.
It's garbage.
Have you done any research into it?
More than you will ever know.
Okay,
You're not
well,
the
then you
first
would know
one.
it's not garbage.
You're not the first person I've run across that thinks this way. And,
yeah, I know.
And
we're a
those
problem right
those
now.
other people went to jail too.
Good. You know.
It's not
It
good.
doesn't change
It shouldn't
the fact
happen.
that I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle. I do not. I'm not a commercial driver. I'm not driving people around. I'm traveling. That is considered a part of my home. And I do not have to have a driver's license to drive a vehicle.
I suppose you don't have to have a registration either.
No.
Your tag's expired.
Okay. You know who I am. You run my tag.
Take a good look at how the police officer handles this next segment. I think he handles it perfectly.
So here's what I am curious about. Because you're right, I do want to know more. Is that your car?
Yes, that's my car.
So you're the registered owner of that car?
Yes.
So at one point it had a valid tag and registration.
Right. Because if I rode around without any tag, that would just be asking you for trouble.
So instead, you're okay just riding around with an illegal expired tag.
It's not illegal.
So you're basically masking the fact that you don't believe the laws apply to you.
I have to do whatever I have, run through these hoops that y'all put us through just to get by.
You mean these? Yes. Where's the gun in the car?
No, don't like that.
The gun? There's no gun in that car.
There seems to be ammo.
The gun's in a pawn shop.
When did you pawn it?
Like 2 months ago.
You serious?
So why are you still just carrying around ammo?
I didn't know that ammo was in there. What's wrong with carrying around ammo? What can I do without a gun?
Nothing. All right, is wrong with it. But if there's ammo, normally there's a gun. And since the vehicle's being towed, we want to keep the gun in safekeeping.
I'm sorry, officer, but that analogy is just a little bit too logical for her right now. She's not going to be able to understand what that means.
15 Golf Breeze.
The officer found a plastic baggie with a white powdery substance inside the driver's backpack. The substance later tested positive for cocaine.
Even though you sent the warrant, stand by. Excuse me. Give me your full name. Give me your full name. Look at me, give me your full name. Give me your full name. Drugs inside the vehicle, you are under arrest now for possession of felony narcotics.
I didn't give y'all permission to search my vehicle either.
Your vehicle's being towed. We're inventorying it. We're not searching it. You say that our laws don't matter to you, so what's it matter?
Obviously, I don't have any laws right now.
No, there's plenty of laws. You're just breaking them.
I don't have to mind laws that aren't valid.
Answers! I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
They're valid laws.
They are not valid laws.
The United States and the state of Florida seem to think they are.
The United States has a constitution that we fall under.
Right.
Statutes, mandates, codes.
So
none of that matters.
So under our constitution, it still gives the state governments the right to govern themselves, correct?
That's right. And the sheriff has all the power.
That's right.
That's right.
The sheriff does. He is the
yes.
head law enforcement
officer. He's not
officer.
part of NATO. He's not part of the Council on Foreign Relations.
I'm not part of NATO either.
Holy shit! Oh, boy, I feel like a horse's patoot.
Yeah, I know that's what y'all doing right now.
No, you make up your own.
I don't. I know the Constitution. I've learned it.
I know the Constitution too. I also know that the states have the right to govern themselves.
It's been turned into shit.
Oh, and I'm sure you're the expert.
Yeah,
You're not.
I have rights and I live in America.
Correct, but you decide which laws to follow.
I don't take orders from anybody.
Nobody's giving you
except
orders.
God.
Nobody's giving you orders.
Obviously, you are right now.
No,
You're
right
going
now.
to jail.
Yeah, because
you
violated Florida state law.
I violated a law that someone made up that's not legal.
The Constitution was made up.
Yeah.
By people.
Yeah, and God.
Those same people put laws into place even back then.
Our Constitution was changed in 1776 and in 1871.
I don't think it was changed in 1776.
It was written in 1776.
Ah, there we go.
And it was changed in 1871.
I'll have to take your word on that one.
Because you haven't done the research.
Because I don't need to.
Right. Because you know everything.
I don't know anything, but I do know my job. And I know my officers know their job.
You know the orders that you're supposed to do.
No, I just know that you have to have a driver's license.
The people in the community.
We
y'all should be helping the people.
We do help.
No, you don't.
We do.
You
don't know anything.
Everybody.
You don't know anything about us.
I do.
To sit there and say that I don't help anyone, that my officers over there don't help anyone.
Y'all aren't helping me right now.
You're not helping yourself because you choose to not get a valid driver's license.
That's totally changing.
Shut up! Shut up!
You're just playing a victim.
I'm not playing a victim.
That's what you're doing.
I'm not a victim. I'll never be a victim. I hate that mentality.
Then why are you playing all these excuses as to you don't need a driver's license?
It's not an excuse. I have the laws in that car. That's why I ride around with them.
Why? To
I have
educate,
the book of the Constitution
to educate people like me?
I don't think that you're interested in learning anything.
I don't think
you're very stubborn.
I don't think you know anything about me to even get to make that comment.
What? My opinion is that.
This lady received a felony of possession of cocaine and 2 misdemeanor charges: DUI, influence of alcohol and drugs, and operating a motor vehicle with no license, and also an $11,500 bond. Well, that signifies the end of the original video, and thank you, Ace, for parking that right where it belongs. And I do want to say thank you to everybody for watching today. And I also want to say that we do have a new second channel coming, and it's called Debos Nation Live. That's where we're going to be doing all of our live content. We're going to be doing all the stuff that's coming up, like the quick arrests and stuff that we have to get out really quick. We can go over and do a live with it. And we're going to have a lot of fun with it this year in 2023. And I think this is going to be our year. So, and that's what we have for 2023. So I hope you enjoy it. Sounds good.
I love it when a plan comes together. I love it when a plan comes together.
And that also brings us into Debos Shorts part of the program. So we're going to calm down a little bit. We're going to watch a little bit of funny stuff. And we're going to take a look at Odin Debos Smitty, which is one of Cape Fire's puppies. And here he is, and I don't know what he's doing going around the rocking chair, but I think he's brainstorming.
Okay. Ma'am.
It's gonna be hot.
Start your engine!
Parkour!
Oh my god. Jesus!
This is my new carpet. It's new! Come on, man! No!
Okay.
Attention!
Mama! Hello.
Alright, what's good, little homie? How you doing, bro?
Here you go, Asher.
It's okay.
Bro, she's broken.
What'd I do to you?
What's in my coffee?
Oh, your whole leg. Ah. Do you see that?
No, don't like that.
Oh, goodness.
Like.
Come on. Don't know how you're gonna do that. Oh, you did it. Oh, shit. Yeah, that was a horrible idea.
That's right. That's how you do that.
Son of a bitch, Paul. Why didn't you just go home? That's your home! Are you too good for your home? Answer me! What do you think?
That guy's not even racing yet.
Yeah, he did. He blinked.
Ooh, oh, ooh, that's good.
My two kitty cats, Muffin. Oh!
I honestly have no idea why he does this. My working theory is that he's stupid.
Easy. I'll give you a piece, bro. Like, fuck.
A ver, voy a agarrar un bote. Ahí viene una foca.
Okay. Chup, 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 chup.
Oh my god.
Agora vem. Agora vem. All right, everyone, we're going to end it there. I hope you enjoy these shorts that we put on. I really do think that they bring you down a little bit from the high that you're on, so that's good. Please share, like, and subscribe my content. If you know somebody that would like my content, please introduce them to my channel and also my new channel. And please, anybody that has not subbed to the new channel, please go over and sub there, and we'll get that channel rocking. So until the next time, Debos out.